Emily and Jack had decided it was time to start over. Their move to a quiet suburban neighborhood was an attempt to leave the stress of city life behind and rekindle the flame of their marriage. When they settled into their new home, they didn't know that their lives were about to take an unexpected and disconcerting turn. Their house, located on the corner of Elm Street, was charming and cozy. Ausland had been his dream for a long time, a place to start over, maybe even start a family. The neighborhood was quiet, with tree-lined streets and manicured lawns. It seemed like the perfect place to build a future together. But there was something peculiar about her next-door neighbor. Anna was a striking woman in her 30s, with long brown hair, emerald green eyes, and almost ethereal beauty. 2009. From the moment they moved in, Anna seemed overly friendly, often stopping by with freshly baked cookies or offering to help unpack. Emily couldn't help but notice the way her husband Jack responded to Anna's presence. He was usually reserved and introverted, but when he was with her, he was unusually lively and talkative. Their interactions seemed innocent enough, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling there was something more to her neighbor than met the eye. One sunny afternoon, Emily decided to invite Anna to tea, hoping to get to know her better and put an end to her suspicion. As they chatted in the cozy living room, Anna told him stories of her travels and her past, but a feeling of mystery hung in the air. Alice and Emily couldn't fully decipher it, but she knew that there were layers of Anna that had not yet been revealed. Days turned into weeks, and Jack's interactions with Anna continued to intensify. She spent hours in their company, claiming that they were simply bonding as neighbors, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She decided to tell her best friend Lisa about her growing suspicions. One night, Lisa joined Emily in the living room, where they watched from behind the curtains as Jack and Anna laughed together in Anna's backyard. Lisa shared Emily's concern and suggested that they dig deeper into Anna's past. As Emily and Lisa delved deeper into their research, they discovered small but peculiar details about Anna's Vitaldein's life. His past was shrouded in mystery, and it was rumored that he had participated in enigmatic activities. The more they dug, the more questions arose. Intrigued and worried, Anella couldn't ignore the nagging feeling that his neighbor Anna was not what she seemed. He decided to discover the truth, not only for his sake, for that of his marriage and the future of his family. Little did 2009 know that her journey to uncover the secrets of the mysterious neighbor would take her down a path full of twists, turns, and unforeseen challenges. The suspicion that had taken root in Emily's mind had become a heartbreaking obsession. Couldn't ignore the feeling that there was something strange about Anna, his neighbor, and the increasing amount of time Jack spent in her company only fueled his unease. While Emily was browsing the local library, she came across a faded newspaper article from several years ago. It featured a photograph of Anna, although she looked very different then. The article recounted a high-level art theft, and Anna's name appeared as a person of interest. Emily couldn't believe her eyes. Her friendly neighbor seemed to have a shady past. Ausland immediately shared her findings with Liza, who, like Emily, was increasingly convinced that Anna was untrustworthy. The two friends decided to discreetly investigate Anna's story, being careful not to raise suspicions. They discovered that Anna had lived in several cities over the years, always under different names and identities. His past was plagued by inconsistencies and mysterious disappearances. Each new revelation only increased the feeling of unease that had taken over Emily. One afternoon, Emily noticed Jack coming home with a worried expression. He seemed unusually distant and worried. When she asked him about his day, he ignored her, claiming he was just tired from work. But Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. That same night, while Jake was showering, Anol took the opportunity to check his phone. She discovered a series of text messages between Jack and Anna, and her heart sank. The messages were flirtatious and intimate, suggesting a connection far beyond what neighbors should have. Emily couldn't contain her emotions any longer. She confronted Jack about the messages, and he reluctantly confessed to her that he was having an emotional affair with Anna. He insisted it had never escalated to physical infidelity, but Amella's trust had been broken. As the weeks passed, the tension in their marriage reached its breaking point. The arguments between Emily and Jack were becoming more frequent and heated. Emily's obsession with Anna's secrets had consumed her, and she couldn't let her escape. The once happy Yuuzhan couple now lived in a house full of suspicion and deception. One night, when Emily and Lisa were immersed in their research, they made a surprising discovery. Anna had a hidden room in her basement, hidden behind a bookshelf. Inside, they found a collection of stolen works of art, rare antiquities and documents that linked it to various criminal enterprises. Emily knew she had discovered the key to Anna's enigmatic past, but she also realized the grave danger they were in amid the chaos and deception that had infiltrated her life. Emily was clear about one thing: revealing Anna's secrets would come at a price, and the consequences of her investigation were far from predictable. The discovery of Anna's hidden room, filled with stolen works of art, incriminating documents, sent shivers down Emily's spine. Emily, more determined than ever to unravel Anna's secrets and protect her family, enlists Lisa's help to carefully catalog and photograph the incriminating evidence. Every piece of stolen art, every document linking Anna to illegal activities, was documented as meticulously as possible. But the two friends were cautious. They knew they couldn't go to the authorities without jeopardizing their own safety, especially given the unknown extent of Anna's criminal connection. Emily and Lisa needed more concrete evidence, and they had to do it without alerting Anna to their investigations. In the midst of their clandestine activities, Emily and Jack's relationship continued to deteriorate. The revelation of Jack's affair with Anna had created an irreparable rift between them. Their home, once filled with love, was now filled with silence and tension. One night, while Jack was at Anna's house on what he claimed was another neighbor visit, Emily and Lisa discovered a series of encrypted emails on one of the stolen laptops. Upon deciphering them, Connolly and Lisa realized that Anna could be planning something big, a criminal operation that could not only endanger them, but the entire neighborhood. They felt a moral obligation to put an end to it, but they also knew they were overwhelmed. Desperate to uncover more information, Emily decided to confront Anna using the stolen evidence as leverage. He set up a meeting, pretending he wanted to talk about his neighborhood problems while carrying a hidden tape recorder to capture any incriminating confessions. Emily tried to maintain her composure while subtly steering the conversation toward Anna's criminal activities. Anna, however, proved to be a master of deception, revealing little and insisting that Amal was imagining things. Frustrated and defeated, Amal returned home to find that her house had been ransacked. It was clear that someone had been searching for the stolen evidence, and Amal's heart sank as he realized that his secret investigation had been compromised. The next day, Emily and Lisa received a cryptic message warning them to stop investigating Anna's affairs. It was a clear threat that gave them a chill. They knew they were now tangled in a dangerous web of secrets and lies, and they had no choice but to tread carefully. With their trust in each other and their marriage hanging by a thread, Emily and Jack were faced with a daunting decision. Continue your quest to unmask Anna's criminal activities or retire, protect what little was left of your once happy life. The secrets they had unearthed had brought them to the brink of disaster, and the path ahead was uncertain and dangerous. Emily and Lisa's investigation into Anna's criminal activities had taken a dangerous turn. Their house had been ransacked, and they had received a threatening message warning them to leave. Stakes were higher than ever, and their lives were now tangled in a web of secrets and dangers. The mysterious email warning them to abandon the investigation had sent a clear message. Someone was determined to protect Anna and her illicit activities at any cost. Emily and Lisa felt vulnerable and exposed, unsure of who they could trust as Amla pondered her next move. He knew he couldn't involve the authorities without more concrete evidence against Anna. She also realized that her marriage to Jack, which was falling apart, added another layer of complexity to the situation. Their once happy home had become a battlefield, trust broken, and secrets threatening to tear them apart. Desperate for answers, Emily decided to confront Jack about his continued interactions with Anna. One night, when Jack returned from another secret visit to Anna's house, Emily couldn't contain her frustration any longer. He demanded that she tell him the truth. With tears in his eyes, Jake, overcome with guilt and the mess their lives had become, finally confessed what he knew. He revealed that Anna had coerced him into helping her with her criminal activities, had discovered his romantic relationship with Amelie, and had used her to manipulate him. He admitted that he had been the one who had ransacked his house for the stolen evidence that Amelie and Lisa had gathered. The revelation left Amelie torn between anger and sympathy for her husband. He understood that he had been trapped by Anna's cunning. That did not absolve him of his action. Their marriage was hanging by a thread, but they were united by the desire to unmask Anna and put an end to her criminal activity. Emily and Jack decided to join forces with Mesa, despite the dangers that lurked around every corner. They continued their investigation, this time delving into Anna's connections within the criminal underworld. As they dug deeper, they discovered a network of illegal operations from art theft to money laundering. Their search for concrete evidence led them to an enigmatic figure known as the Runner, who appeared to be Anna's main contact in the criminal world. To gather information about the broker and Anna's upcoming operation, Jack and Lisa had to navigate a treacherous underground network of criminals and informants. With every step they took, the risks increased, but their determination to bring Anna to justice only intensified. They knew they were playing a dangerous game that could have dire consequences. As the investigation deepened and the danger increased, Emily and Jack's marriage faced its toughest test. They were forced to confront their past mistakes and rebuild trust in the midst of chaos. The secrets that once separated them served as a catalyst to rekindle their love and strengthen their resolve. The battle against Anna and the Runner had become personal, and Emily, Jack and Lisa were determined to see it through to the end, no matter what the cost. The next chapter of their dangerous journey was about to begin, and they could only hope that the secrets they unearthed would lead them to the justice they sought. Emily, Jake, and Lise were now deeply immersed in their investigation of Anna's criminal activity. With every step Bowsen took, the risks increased, but they were determined to unmask Anna and her enigmatic contact. The Runner's chase led the trio to dark alleys, underground clubs, and shady informants. They used every resource at their disposal, from hacking encrypted files to making risky deals with shady characters. As they delved deeper into the criminal underworld, Emily, Jack, and Lisa discovered that the broker was involved in a wide range of illicit activities, from weapons smuggling to drug trafficking. It was clear that Anna was a key player in the broker's operation, and they were determined to bring them both to justice. However, with every move they made, a Runner seemed to be one step ahead. It became clear that they were being watched and that their every movement was controlled. It was a dangerous game of cat and mouse, and the stakes were higher than ever. Meanwhile, the relationship between Amelia and Jack slowly began to mend as they worked together to unravel the mysteries surrounding Anna and the Runner. Their common mission had rekindled their connection, and they found comfort in knowing they were fighting for a just cause. Lisa also faced her own challenges when faced with the danger of her research. He had always been the voice of reason and caution, but now he found himself taking risks he had never imagined. As they continued to gather evidence against Anna and the Runner, Emily, Jack, and Lisa stumbled upon a breakthrough. They discovered a hidden ledger that detailed the broker's financial transactions, including payments to Anna for her various roles in his operations. This evidence could be the key to unmasking both. But when they were about to share their findings with authorities, they received a chilling warning. They received an anonymous message threatening them with serious consequences if they went ahead with their plan to unmask the Runner and Anna. With evidence in hand, Emily, Jack, and Lise decided to take their findings to a trusted detective they had met during their investigation. They knew their lives were in danger. They were willing to risk everything, bring Anna and the Runner to justice. The next chapter of their dangerous journey would take them deeper than ever into the criminal underworld. As they prepared to face the darkness that had taken over their lives, they could only hope that their quest for justice would finally lead them to the truth and safety they so desperately sought. With the evidence against Anna and the runner in hand, Jack and Lise decided it was time to confront the darkness that had taken over their lives. They met with Detective Reynolds, trusted ally they had found during their Ausland investigation, and shared the extensive evidence they had gathered. When Detective Reynolds reviewed the evidence, it became clear that they had uncovered a vast criminal network. The evidence against Anna and the broker was irrefutable, and Reynolds assured them that he would do everything in his power to bring them to justice. News of their impending arrest spread quickly through the criminal underworld, and the broker's henchmen were sent to silence Amelie, Jack, and Lisa before they could testify. One fateful night, while meeting at Amelie and Jack's home to finalize their testimony, they found themselves under attack. The sound of breaking glass and footsteps approaching the front door sent a chill through them. In a desperate attempt to survive, Emily, Jack, and Lisa fought off their attackers. It was a harrowing battle, but their determination to see justice given gave them the strength to prevail. Detective Reynolds and his team arrived just in time to stop the attackers and get them to safety. With their attackers in custody, Emily, Jack, and Lisa finally testified against Anna and the jogger. The evidence they had gathered was overwhelming, and the case against the criminals was irrefutable. Anna and the broker were sentenced to long prison terms, and their criminal empire was dismantled. It was a hard-fought victory, but it allowed Amelie, Jack, and Lisa to close the case. The darkness that had tormented their lives finally dissipated. The ordeal had taken a toll on their relationships and sense of security, but it had also brought them closer together. Amelie and Jack's marriage, on the verge of collapse, had been revived thanks to their common mission and the trials they had faced together. As they moved forward, the scars from their past began to heal. The secrets and lies that had threatened to tear them apart ultimately brought them redemption. 1. New appreciation for the strength of their bond. Ausland life returned to a semblance of normality, but the lessons they had learned would stay with them forever. They had faced the darkness head-on and emerged stronger, more resilient, and determined not to let secrets and deception creep back into their lives. And so, the story of Amelie, Jack, and Lisa came to an end. A story of secrets, lies, redemption, and the unwavering power of determination in the face of overwhelming odds. They had faced their demons and emerged victorious, forever changed by their journey into the heart of darkness.